So many times there's a gap between the idea and the implementation, the envisionment and the execution, the dreaming of doing it and the actual doing it. And too often that gap involves communication. So I've recognized recently how valuable communication is in my time and task management, and how when I fail to communicate, it tends to increase my inability to fulfill what I set out to do. And so just a couple of ways that communication is important. You can never communicate too much. It seems like when it comes to communication, you have to say it again, say it in a different way or 5 different ways, and then say what you've just said over again. And if you're lucky, you can get those that depend on you or that you depend on when it comes to completing a task to then be able to say it back to you. And so communication in a couple of ways that has been important to me recently. First of all, communication is important in coordination. So any idea that you have, any dream that you have, any task, no matter how great or small, has to be coordinated. It has to be fit in with your daily life. And unless you live in a vacuum, you have a spouse or you have children, co-workers, or people that work under you, people that work with you, that have to know what has to be done, even if it's something that they're not doing, but it's something that you're doing. They have to understand your priorities and where those priorities fit in with other tasks that are happening, other necessities. And so communication is important for coordination. If I don't communicate with my spouse at home regarding my plan to go out on Saturday morning early before our extension service in Jackson to walk around and pray or to knock doors, then I'm likely not going to get it done. I'll wake up on Saturday morning, and because I didn't communicate it, something else has been scheduled, or I just feel bad because I didn't communicate what I needed to do, and I'm reluctant to just get up and leave to do it on my own without my wife having prior knowledge of it. So that leads me to the second point, and the second reason communication is important in accomplishing your plans, implementing your ideas, is consideration. The people around you, your family, your friends, other people that depend on you, it's important and it's considerate to let them know what your plans are, to let them know what your dreams are. And to me, if you are working to enact a dream or a vision that's been given to you by God, other people, it's important to deserve to know. And so speaking up on a broad level, as well as when you're coming down to the individual task level of accomplishing a dream, is very important, and it's a matter of consideration. And so when I mentioned that if I haven't communicated with my spouse to coordinate something, there's also that consideration element where I feel like if I haven't talked about it, I'm not going to get it done because it's inconsiderate. And my experience with people is that when I come at the last minute, they don't feel like they've been considered. And so to communicate as a matter of being considerate is very important. Thirdly and lastly is for accountability. We have to communicate our ideas, our dreams, our visions in order to be accountable for it. I had the opportunity in our home church at Beach Bluff this past Sunday to express, to testify of some of the things that have been happening in our downtown work. And I put myself out there for accountability. I've been striving to Saturday morning prayer walks in the city, and I haven't been as successful as I wanted to be. And it's an area that I would really like to get other people involved in. So during the opportunity that I had to testify of what has already happened, I took the chance to say that my next goal, my next step is to have regular prayer walks on Saturday mornings, and that it's something I'm working to establish myself, and that I want their partnership in it. especially once I've established a routine of doing it. So I'm trying to establish that for myself, and once I do, I want other people to know about it so they can join in with me. And in my experience, if I express a vision in the manner that I did, or even individually with some people that are accountability partners, I'm more likely to do it because they're going to ask me about it. There are going to be people that look forward to the prayer walks in Jackson and think that's important, and if I'm slacking, it's going to hold me accountable. So I always am sure to keep that on my big rocks list. If you want to know more about that, go to video number 1 in this series for the month of October, and you'll learn a little bit more about that. So again, those 3 points are coordination, consideration, and accountability, and those are 3 ways that communication is very important in accomplishing your ideas, implementing your dreams. And I encourage you to think about how those 3 points are important to you right now, and how you can improve your communication, who you need to improve your communication with, so that you're more likely to go forward and accomplish your dreams and goals, and do it with people alongside you that are rooting for you and helping you along the way. It's so very important. If you're trying to do a work for God and you're trying to keep a balance in your home and with your other responsibilities, communication is essential. So don't let anything fall into the gap. Again, my name's Glenn. My website is glenngoff.com, and I'm on Facebook and Twitter as well. And I'm going to use this very low-tech cue card because the last name, my last name is not spelled the way you'd think it would be. So check me out at those places. Also, if you go and look at my Twitter feed, look for my Dad's on Mission online daily newspaper and subscribe to that. Thanks very much for your time. I appreciate you. Come back and join me again next week.